sights are bold, and the vibe is straight fire. I'm your host, Lamont Fergson, comedian, culture critic, and your new best friend for everything entertainment, from blockbuster movies to local community moves and comedy that cuts deep but keeps it cool. With Ferg is diving head first into the stories that matter and the ones that make you laugh till it hurts. Only on R-SKST Radio Network, powered by R-SKST Radio and street grind entertainment, where the rhythm meets the real. Let's talk out.
What's happening? What's happening? Y'all caught me looking down. I was looking down because I'm live here and I'm live on TikTok or TikTok. You know, some people need a TikTok to keep their breath fresh, and that's how this show is. It's fresh. I was actually looking up at the monitor, and I shouldn't even been looking at the monitor. I really should have been looking at you. All of y'all that's watching, welcome to Talking Out the Box podcast. I'm Lamont Fergson, and I am the host. I am the host of this show. Pause. I am the host. I try and get a what you got, a news anchor. I am the host of Talking Out the Box podcast. I am Lamont Fergson here on R-SKST Radio. You know what I mean? How come most news anchors? How come most news anchors don't have like facial hair? To be a news anchor, you can't have facial hair. And what about a politician? Most politicians don't have like facial hair. Is it that stigma? If you got a clean face, you can be trusted. If you got scruffy look like you can't be trusted as a politician or a news anchor. I don't know. Listen. What's up, Topaz? What's happening? Just shouting out folks on TikTok. But yeah, welcome to Talking Out the Box podcast. I am your host, Lamont Fergson, and it has been a very interesting week. Before I get into all that stuff, you know what I have to start off with. My sayings. I got to start off with my sayings. You have to be great on purpose. Practice this. Live this. Be great on purpose. I'm going to say the same thing. A lot of times people great by accident, like they figure out something accidentally, they invented something accidentally. How about just being great on purpose? How can we be? What I mean by that is I want you to all to be intentional in your actions and being great. Meaning, if you are a janitor or a homemaker or a plumber, a builder, a mason that's doing bricks, architect, whatever you are, man, you entertainment, whatever you doing. If you flying plane, hey, listen, for sure. If you flying a plane, you gotta be great on purpose. Ain't no time for no accidents. You get what I mean? But no, all jokes aside, just be intentional in your actions, and that's what I always believe. If you're intentional in your actions, then things will go a certain way for you. But if you're not intentional, then things just kind of happen, and you just kind of going with the flow. I speak Pacific. How we do? We speak pacifically. Like the ocean, but it's actually specifically. It's not conversate. It's converse. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, be great on purpose. My next one is stay connected to God. And I say this is because we always talk about our Wi-Fi, how our signal is weak in certain areas. Yeah, I got Sprint, I got Verizon, I got T-Mobile, Boost Mobile, Boo Boo Wireless, whatever your service is, AT&T, and you might have Cox Cable, Spectrum, whatever it is. And your Wi-Fi connection may be shaky during the storm, wind is blowing, or they might just hit a wire, and all of a sudden your stuff is not connected. You're not connected to the Wi-Fi, or you just leave out in the country, and sometimes the signal is there, and sometimes the signal is not there. But one thing for sure, I know if you stay connected to God, your connection will never ever be shaky. I guarantee you that. Do y'all understand? I don't know why I feel like it's got a cold or something out of nowhere. But anyway, Yeah, so stay connected to God. And you stay connected to God, your connection will never ever be shaky. You will never ever complain to no one. I promise you. You may feel like God not there for me because I tried to get this job. But we're gonna fool. We're gonna get into that with my next saying. Let me move on to that. My next saying is, let your faith be bigger than you. Meaning, if you pray for something, let it alone and leave it right there. If you pray for something, leave it alone. If you start to hope, then you're not letting your faith be bigger than you. Because if you pray for that job, or you pray for that spouse, whether it's he or she, or you pray for that car, or whatever you praying for, then if you turn around like, yo, I prayed for it, but I really hope I got to get that job. I'm praying for that husband, but I really hope he like me. Or I'm praying for that wife, well, I hope she really, come my way. But if you're praying for it and then you're hoping, you're not letting your faith be bigger than you. Just like your grandma was like, lay it alone. Let it alone. If you pray for it, leave it there at the altar. Leave it there in your prayer closet or beside your bed, or if you're in the car and you're on the way to the interview, leave it right there. Stop meddling. Stop messing with stuff. If you're going to pray about it and move on. Because my next thing is going to be talking about moving forward. And look at that segue. You have to move forward. If you pray about it, move forward from that situation. So, and this is where people mess up at. I'm going to roll my sleeves up right here. I'm going to take my glasses off because I need y'all to hear me. You get what I'm saying? Come closer so I can see you, because I want you to hear me. How come? Well, I hear this all the time, and I see it all the time. I see people saying, like, because, I do a lot of acting, writing, all this stuff. And I talk to a lot of people. I'll talk to authors. I talk to a lot of different people. And I've heard people say, man, one day I'm going to write a book. I'm going to pray that, I can get this accomplished. I want you to hear me closely, carefully. I should now see you trying to write that book. I should now see you engaged in a situation where you're either trying to network with other authors or trying to put yourself out there and write the book. I'm in the counseling field as well. I hear people say, man, I want to get into that. But if you're not trying to get into it by actively going to situations where you can get hired in this field, or if you're not actively maybe on Indeed or trying to apply or trying to be a part of a mentorship program work, in those arenas, if you're not trying, how's it going to happen? Faith without works is dead. So if you don't try to do the work, then it's not going to happen. That's just what it is. It's not going to happen. Man, I want a car. Like, if you want a car, I'm going to pray for this car, man. I want a car. I'm going to pray for a car, man. And then all of a sudden you're hoping you get the car. Then all of a sudden if I ask you, say, yo, bro, you looking for a car? Man, I ain't get a chance to. Then you don't want the car. Then you just praying and maybe a car will drop out of the sky. It don't work that way. You have to put in the work. You have to start looking for classifieds, Facebook Marketplace. Talk to other people. Hey, man, you got a car. You know anybody selling the car? Because I'm trying to get a car. But if you're not trying to do this stuff, then it's not gonna happen. You can't. That's just like if somebody come up to me. I'm not talking about a brand new person. I'm talking about this. Somebody said, I've been acting for several years. Me and my partners, we always talk about this. And then you go to their page and there's nothing about acting. Or you go to their page, there's nothing about being an author. or you go to their page, it's nothing about what they're talking about. How are you trying to do this stuff and you're not actively doing this, and then you're not actively moving forward after you prayed about it and you left it there at the altar? You're not moving forward and trying to make this thing happen. That's all I'm saying. That's all. That's my soapbox. But moving forward, and also, everybody set their New Year's resolutions. We still in January. People still setting their resolutions and talking about they want to lose weight. They need to work out. And ain't nobody gone to the gym. You say, I'm going to work out. You ain't did one push-up. I know I did. That's me. That's me all day. I say I need to work out all the time. But I'm not like, actively trying to lose weight. So that falls on me. That's why I have this 1-pack that used to be a 6-pack and it just collapsed into 1-pack. It's this one, little powder keg, little keg. You know what I'm saying? So unless I start working out, I ain't gonna lose the weight. And went to the doctor for the physical, and they say you weigh this. I was like, dang. But even after that, I seen what I weighed, and I still ain't done nothing about it. So I'm gonna have to do something about it and lose this weight. I promise you. When I lose this weight, if y'all find that weight that I lost, please don't return it to me. Please don't try to bring it back to me. Don't try it. Moving forward, continue to move forward. What up, Barry? What up, Barry B, the entertainer? What's happening? We're gonna talk about some entertainment. Entertainment news. I have to look up in the sky because it's a cold world outside right now. It's cold outside. In some areas, some people got snow. It's a cold world. And what I mean by that is not just in weather. One of my favorite hip hop artists this dude dropped a mixtape, J. Cole. And he is an out cold MC, and it is phenomenal. He's prepared for his release that's going to be next month, and he's doing what he said he's going to do. He's going to drop some music, and it's going to be fantastic. And it's been like it's great. I mean, he is back in the build. J. Cole is back out. It's cold outside. It's cold, when I play it in my car, it's cold. It's out cold. J. Cole. And also in hip hop news, y'all know T.I. has been doing he's been on the comedy scene. He went from doing hip hop and then he started doing comedy. And then all of a sudden, it was a period of time people started talking about his locks, because there's been some pictures of his locks kind of separate like the Red Sea, and his kind of look like like if you what's that, the Great Dismal Swamp. You got the trees and the space in the trees, and then there's water, and then there's another space, there's a tree. That's how his locks started to look. It looked like a whole little swamp. And he cut his hair, and when he cut his hair, he released a song, and his song is produced by VAs only, not just VAs only. Virginia Beach's own Pharrell Williams, and he produced this track, and it's fire. After he cut his locks, he done turned into a whole other person. He went back to, so some people say it's a T.I. or Tip. Pause. Anytime you say anything questionable nowadays for fellas, we got menopause. So we don't have the hot summers. We got to say, man, pause on that. That's our menopause. But yeah, he cut his hair and he got a track that's phenomenal. Phenomenal. And speaking of Pharrell, y'all remember Pharrell with him and Chad had the group called the Neptunes. And they were fire together. Pharrell's dope by himself. He's dope. But what's up, Sammy? He and Chad has some beef, and it's not just hip hop. It is straight up beef. This is straight up lawsuit beef. This is straight up lawsuit beef. That's beyond just, lyrics. So what Chad is saying, that Pharrell ain't giving him his paper. He is paper for, what his part of the Neptunes. How come we can't just get along? Let me take this off, my glasses off, so you can hear me. How come we just can't get along? Pharrell, son, y'all work together. Give the man his paper. Give the man his paper, because the beats were fire. Y'all was dope together. I was wondering, like, yo, bro, where the Neptunes at? Where that Neptune sound? I don't know if that wasn't the accurate thing. You know what I'm saying. But they had the industry on lock. Hip hop, pop, all of it. Them two together. And now they beefing because Pharrell didn't want him to, to prosper. He holding back, dressing funny and holding back the money. Bars. Maybe I get signed. Maybe I could take Chad's place. No, I'm just joking. But I don't understand how come the industry gotta always be with somebody. That's why you don't have groups out now, because it's always some defecto that's happening. Somebody always gonna go left or right. You know what I mean? Pharrell, y'all was making money, y'all was making moves together, and then you don't want to get the man his just due. That's crazy. And then another music news before I get to some real deep stuff. Timbaland, VA's own Timbaland, who is a beast, has of course signed an AI artist, and he is now being accused of taking another person that's on TikTok. I seen the video, and there's this producer. He's a dope producer, and he that took this producer's music off of TikTok and put it on his platform and vibe to it like he created it. I'm taking this off so y'all can hear me. Timbo, you ain't got to steal nobody music. Your stuff is already fired. I saw a post. Somebody said, "How do we know hasn't been doing that all along?" I don't want to believe that, because Timbo was a beast. I seen him do his thing at the Nova. He's a beast. He's a beast. And so the way people mindset think you could just take somebody's stuff or not pay somebody their part and just get away with it. It's like, let's stop doing that. Timbo, you signed an AI artist. You trying to be innovative, but at the same time, you taking this dude on TikTok been making beats for I've been seeing him on the last couple of years. I'm quite sure the dude been making beats long. I mean, like, these beats are fly. And Timbo didn't have it on his site, on his Instagram and TikTok. Like, he not tough to it. Now, there's a couple ways you can look at it. This thing. You can look at it as far as the person he took it from, like, oh man, I'm impressed. Like he said, he did say this. The guy, he was like, yo, in his words, he was like, first he looked at it as, oh man, that's fire that industry dude liked my stuff so much that he wanted to use it in his video. But at the same time, that's stealing your music, bro. He taking your music and he didn't credit you in the caption or in the comments and say, hey, I got this from so-and-so, and y'all got to go to his TikTok page and follow this dude. He didn't do that. He was bobbing like it was his own joint. It's crazy. Also in entertainment news, I am in entertainment news. I am, because midweek comedy relief is coming February 25th at the FFX Theater, featuring couple of people that I know really well. Team Fred and David Katash. They both gonna be in the building. And Mr. Body, he is gonna be there. He's gonna be there in person. This show is a mystery whodunit comedy show. I'm looking up at it right now. And of course, I'm hosting it. And the doors open at 6 p.m. And the address is 206 16th Street in Virginia Beach. And you can go to the website and get your tickets at the ffxshow.org's website. You can get your tickets. And it's an interactive show. You got the comedians, you got the mystery of trying to figure out what's going on. Tim and family, they're doing their thing over there at the family theater, FFX theater over there. And then on top of that, sometimes you got some places they don't serve food, or the food that they serve is highly overpriced. But Moe's Barbecue, pull that back up. Because I gotta show people the Moe's Barbecue. If you look in the top corner, or the top over there. Wait. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did do that right. No, that's pointing that way. Or is it that way? Or is it? No, I gotta look this way. Okay, there it is. Look at the top. Look at the top under where it says "Who Done It? Murder Mystery Dinner." Moe's Barbecue and Grill. Moe's Barbecue and Grill. The food is good. The stuff that I've had the beans. The barbecue beans is on point. Anytime I order beans with my stuff, they already know who it is, because they know it's me. I had last week I had the chicken Philly banging with the baked beans. Now, I'm not talking about Boston baked beans. I'm talking about Moe's baked beans. And it was barbecue, and it's just phenomenal. And like I said, you see who's hosting. I'm hosting the show. Then Mr. Body is going to be performing. David Katash, Team Fred, all these dudes I know very well. Very talented dudes. Travel across the country. Man, it's going to be a great show. So make sure you get your tickets. Yeah, thank you, Art. Art's the man right there. He's a big time actor. He's about to be in another movie. He's gonna be in Kush. He just got to talk to the man in charge, which is Ernest Smith Productions. The Ernest Smith Productions. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the real stuff. Let's get into the what's going on section of this show. What's going on? And what I mean by that is in the whole mindset of Marvin Gaye. Remember when Marvin Gaye had the song "What's Going On"? Like, it's a lot of things going on. I don't know. Apple just released an update. I don't know what that is. Sorry, that was a side note. But however, I had to literally take a pause here, because I had to split the energy from all the fantastic news that we was just talking about to what's going on here in America. And not just in Minnesota. Across the country. And especially in Minnesota. Excuse me, I don't know what's going on. But in Minnesota, you have ICE agents. And if I could recall correctly, so far these ICE agents have killed 3 people. 3 United States citizens. They have taken their lives. Most recently, they have taken the life of a nurse who helps people, who save people's lives, who at that moment was trying to assist another lady by getting between her and the ICE agent, because the ICE agent shoved her to the ground because they was protesting because of the behaviors that they carry along the city of Minnesota. So this young man gets in between, and they started spraying pepper spray or whatever spray they got spraying there. Multiple agents started to wrestle him down to the ground. Only thing he had in his hand was a phone, a cellular device, a telephone, a phone, however you want to say, a cell phone, whatever. Yes, he was carrying. Minnesota's a right to carry a concealed weapon, so he had the right to carry a concealed weapon. However, they tried to make it seem like he pulled out his weapon, but he didn't. If you look at the multiple videos, the ICE agent pulled the gun from the guy's back and went to go discard the gun. The agent had the gun, and then the other two agents shot the guy while he was on the ground. Multiple agents was involved in this, and I don't think it's fair to say those two individuals, okay, they need to be in jail, under the jail. What I'm about to say is it should not just be those two. All those people that was involved in that situation is responsible. Now I'm gonna go here with it. When they was trying to 5 or 6 grown men trying to restrain another person. Now, I worked in residential many moons ago. Okay, residential meaning I was dealing with kids with behavior issues. I worked at an alternative, dealing with kids at an alternative school, dealing with kids with behaviors. And sometimes when they get out of line and they become a self to themselves or others, we have to physically restrain this kid, or whoever they are, the kid. We had to physically restrain the kid. In my experience, sometimes it take one. Sometimes it could be me by myself. I can be able to handle it. Sometimes it may be 2 people, me and another person, and maybe 3, depending on the strength of that kid. You have in this situation 5 grown men or 4 grown men trying to restrain another guy. Number one, it could be difficult, yes, but there should not be any deadly recourse, deadly outcome of this. They shouldn't have been able to wrestle them down, and while you have them down, if you need to lean on them to hold them still, hold them still. If you're trying to arrest him for whatever reason, because he wasn't doing anything wrong, he is recording your bad behavior, not your people, not y'all, but he was recording the ICE agent's bad behavior, the misconduct, the mistreatment of the people that was peacefully protesting. Now we have some of the politicians, even the principal of the United States, believe that he shouldn't have a gun at protests. Let's go back and talk about Rittenhouse, which was a teenager who came to a protest, which was the Black Lives Matter protest, and other people was mixed in that. He came with a gun, open, and he shot and killed somebody, right? And they said he had the right to carry the gun to that site and to be able to defend himself and all this other jazz, and he was able to kill somebody. But this young man that was killed, he didn't have it out. He had a phone out. His gun was concealed. It was in his bag or wherever it's on the side. It was concealed. Now you're saying that you can't carry a gun when you have the proper permission to carry a gun and you're not wielding it. You come on now. Do we all remember, or did we all forget, or did not we all? Did these people forget January 6th? That was a protest. It definitely wasn't a peaceful protest. You had people, several hundred, it was quite a few, I don't know a specific number, but you had these people protesting because they thought that the president, well, the principal of the United States that's here now, should have been the president at that time, the principal at that time. So what they do to the United States Capitol with this guy in office watching, and he watched these guys bum rush the Capitol. They had guns, they had pipe bombs, they had guns. They went into the Capitol, threatened politicians, threatened to hang the vice president of the United States. And then he looked at them people as they were good people. I really think that we are, and I'm quite sure a lot of people agree with me. I'm going to say this here. Here in the United States, we do have an option. Though we have the right, if you want to vote or not. You have the right to vote for who you want to vote for. Whether you vote for a Republican, whether you vote for a Democrat, independent, you have that right here in the United States of America. But you also have a right to protest if there's something that's not being done correctly. If it's something that you believe wholeheartedly, like when it comes to abortions and stuff like that, you have people protest against abortion. You got people that's protesting for abortion. I mean, protest saying, yeah, it's cool, you can have abortions. You know, you have this right to say, hey, I don't feel like this is right. You have that right. If somebody's building something, for instance, this is recently, he passed the law to remove all the things that make America look bad while he's trying to make America great again. And right now, America looks horrible. Well, we're not looking great right now. I don't know what his grades look like, but they're going around pulling the signs off that if it's dealing with slavery, making the United States look bad. You can take the signs down, but we already know what the history is. And if anything, anybody should go. We all should go, not just blacks. We all should go, because white Americans, y'all not from here either. That's a whole nother story. But however, while they're pulling the signs down, people have the right to go out there and protest, saying, hey, you shouldn't be taking these signs down. Just like when all this Confederate statues start coming down around 2020, around COVID time, all those statues, people was pulling them statues down. People that wanted those statues up, they had the right to say, hey, don't take away our history. Don't take away our history. That's the right that you have. But you don't have the right to kill somebody for protesting for good. You do not. And we're in a situation where you have a civil war going on in Minnesota. You have the ICE agents, then you have the National Guards, then you got the people protesting in the streets. And for what I've known, what I've been reading, it don't take much to become an ICE agent. That's why all this is happening, because you got these people that's carrying these guns that's been bullied when they were little. Now they feel like, I got a gun, I got the power from the the principle of the United States of America, and he's still not condoning it. I mean, he still is condoning this behavior. I mean, right now, and this is what I believe. This is not the station's belief. This is my belief. Right now, I believe that the reason why nobody's trying to bomb us, Russia's not trying to bomb us, no other country trying to bomb us. You know why? Because we're imploding from the inside. We're destroying ourselves from the inside. Other countries are laughing. They like, man, I ain't gotta waste my $1 billion to drop a bomb. Just like when the principal of the United States say, man, we're gonna go to war, we're gonna drop a bomb on y'all if y'all don't do this, if y'all don't do that. Bro, please. You know what I want to say. Please. But I ain't gonna say that on the station. But they ain't worried about that. They ain't worried about wasting billions of dollars going to war with us. Because we going to war with ourselves. You have this guy is on a path of a destructive path, a mass destruction path. The weapons of mass destruction is the principle of the United States of America. He is the weapon of mass destruction. He is, because he's letting these people do what they want to do. And it was supposed to be that ICE agents were supposed to be here for border control to enforce the law of the undocumented illegal immigrant, illegal alien, however you want to say it. The undocumented, the ones that's not documented, that's not supposed to be here. That was what you were saying. You were saying these are the people that bypassed and didn't get the right to come into the United States. They're here illegally and they're working. But you said not they're working. You said they're here illegally and they're bringing in guns and they're gangs and they're destroying in America and they're causing harm. They're raping our people. They're killing and robbing our people. Who's killing our people? Is it the illegal immigrant? Or would you say illegal immigrant or the illegal alien? Are those the people that's killing us? Or is it the people that was born and raised in this country that have the mask on their face and covering up their face? Is this the new KKK movement? But you can't put a king. Yeah. It's kind of sticky there. This is a movement that's gone beyond what you say that they were supposed to be doing. What you said that they were supposed to be doing. Now you at the point where you're going up in houses, you're going up in people's jobs. They're in court trying to get their papers together, and you going up in there snatching them. Recently, you tried to snatch I got a kid detained, a 5-year-old kid detained. What is this? What are we doing here? We are right now destroying America. You destroy the fact that people can't talk. Like, Jimmy Kimmel, he was fired because what he was saying about what's going on, and he ended up getting back on air. He was fired because you said, hey, it's not the guy, he shouldn't. What? You cause a mass destruction. Went up to Detroit. Now we talking about the principal of the United States went up to Detroit to visit the factory, the Ford plant, and somebody made a comment about your security detail and called them the pedophile security detail or something like that. As a principal of the United States of America, you flipped them off and you said F you to him, and the man lost his job. We are in a situation where we don't have to go to war. The war is here. The war is here. I've seen somebody recently get picked up in Virginia Beach with my own two eyes. They were FBI agents picking somebody up. I don't know. It was FBI agents, and then some didn't have the markings on their coat. So I don't know if that was FBI and ICE. I don't know. They look like it. They're everywhere. I was in D.C. in the train station. They walking around the train station. They everywhere. This man has caused a lot of issues. And like I said, you vote for who you want to vote for. But when Miss VP Harris said this man is about himself, this man is going to destroy our country, y'all thought it was a joke. Y'all was like, oh, she's saying that because she's a black female and she want to run for office. She was telling the truth. If she was in office and this was going on, if she was the president of the United States, look, I give her credit. If she was the president of the United States and this went on, y'all would have got her up out of there. If President Obama was in office and this was going on, y'all would get him out of there. All I want to say is this. We got to keep our head on the swivel. Keep our eyes open. Keep vigilant of what's going on around you, because what's going down in Minnesota, it's not going to stop there. It's going to spread across America. We're going to have some issues. We got issues, and there's going to be more issues. So I want y'all to just be mindful of what's going on. And now I want to say this. This is a side note before I go into some other good stuff, because I had to start off with the good stuff and then this crazy stuff and then go back to the good stuff. But when you have people, for instance, I recently saw Nicki Minaj, which is from Trinidad, saying she is Trump's biggest fan. You're not even from here, and you seeing what he was doing to the immigrants, the legal and the illegal people that's not from here is in his eyes. And you're going to sit there and say you're his biggest fan? I'm confused. You're not safe either. Is he rubbing your palms? Well, is he giving you some oil? Some P. Diddy oil? Is he giving you the oil? Not just the paper money. Is he oiling you up? Because if you know this man's pattern, he's narcissistic. And if you know it's the minute that you don't do what he wants you to do, he's going to throw you under the bus. Do you understand that? I wish he was listening. Do you understand that, Nikki? And you're holding his hand, you're hugging this dude who is destroying America. I'm confused. I am completely confused. To each his own. But I'm just saying, whatever he got you doing now, and you're doing what he said that you should be doing, like this right now, and then somebody call you out and then you start talking bad about him, he gonna find some dirt on you, and then he gonna throw you out of the country and have the ICE agents come get you. That's how you work. And we're not even halfway through this term, and then he talking about he trying to run again for a third term. How in the world? What in the world? But anyway, let's look. We're going to go to commercial break because we got to get out of this. I got to change gears because there's so much I can talk about. So, all right, you want to go ahead and pull up that snooze snooze trailer so we can go into something else because these I could talk about this stuff for all day and then I'm gonna go over my time and then people gonna fire me right here. They're like, no, you got an hour. You can talk for an hour. That's it. Let's go to a commercial break. Y'all stay tuned and then I'm gonna tune in to my viewers here in TikTok land. What's happening? What's happening?
Romantic comedy.
What's going on, Sonny?
Christina told me that her boyfriend has a cousin named Tracy, right?
Lisa. Just think. Anthony.
Tracy is a model. She's a very attractive model.
Well, I'm so sorry. I got a lot going on, okay? I got to get these contracts submitted by this weekend.
Alicia.
But you need to enjoy your life. You act like you're 70.
Tasha.
Is anybody jumping in your DMs?
Terrence.
So I decided to come by and bring you something special.
Wow. You remembered. How thoughtful.
Oh, I like what I see here, Mr. Anthony.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that, but call me Anthony.
Okay. Anthony.
I know. We've had such a good conversation, haven't we?
Tracy. Really? Quincy.
Oh. So right now, I mean, I'm kind of like in between jobs, between jobs,
My name is Anthony, by the way.
Alicia.
Alicia.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. You too.
And not missing the opportunity.
I did meet somebody else at the bar.
Oh, I'm listening.
You didn't get her number, or you ain't sealed the deal. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, black man.
Don't tell me he's married. He got 10, 11 kids.
No, we didn't even exchange numbers.
Oh, bro, have y'all ever let a woman get away? Nope, not me. Hook up and sick him every time, baby. Don't play.
Are we working with any relatives in the area? Any tall, dark, and handsome? Goes by the name of Anthony, perhaps?
Girl, that's real specific.
And taking chances. Snooze, you lose.
From the heart of the coast where the waves rise high, Bay magazine we lift and amplify stories of love, of strength, of pride, giving back, standing tall side by side. We are the rhythm, we are the voice, community rising, making bold choice. On short drive we shine, we soar, Bay magazine forever, evermore.
All right, I'm back. Great break. Snooze, you lose. It's going to be at the film festival. We'll talk about that a little bit later. I just wanted to address this. I was going through saying my highs and what's ups to my folks that's watching on TikTok. And when I just want to address this question, this statement or whatever, this answer, whatever it is. I should say whatever. So the person, I'm not going to say the name, but the person, while I was talking about bringing a gun, concealed weapon, and we was talking about the protests and all that stuff. So he said, not when you protesting. I don't know if he was referring to Rittenhouse carrying a gun out in the open or the gentleman that was killed that had the concealed weapon, had a permit, concealed and not carrying it. Listen, if you are at a protest, yes, you do not bring out your gun like this and try to walk around like you're Rambo or like, of course, that's causing trouble. Of course. But if you have, to me, this is my opinion, it's not the station's. It's not R-SKST's opinion, it's mine. I'll take the heat with this one. But if you're at a protest and you happen to have a gun and if it's concealed, it's nothing wrong with that. Because number one, you have a permit. Number two, it's legal. What is illegal is for you not to have a permit to carry a gun in the open at a protest or in any situation. That's all I'm gonna say. The man, he had a gun. It was in his back. He didn't have it out. The only thing he had was his camera. They took the gun from him as he walking away. They shot and killed the man. To me, that's murder. Bottom line, there's no black and white. No, it's definitive. It's a fine line. Bam. That's what it is. And I hope right now they're on administrative leave. I hope both of them get time beyond time and under the jail. Now we're gonna move on because we gotta get this right. Come on, man. You can't be saying someone not at the protest. All right, we're gonna get on to something else. I want to take my glasses off so y'all can hear me, okay? The Filmmakers of Virginia is going down every Tuesday. It's a situation where we all meet collectively in Portsmouth at the Bloom. I did like this, at the Bloom. But no, it's a collective, and we all meet, and we have workshops. We create 1-minute reels. We take photos, and we network, and it's all good, man. Filmmakers of Virginia, and the people that's running this thing is the brainchild of Eastside Bowden, Simone, Mark, Paula, Ernest, Justin, and myself. We collectively came together and to support Eastside's vision. And there's some magnificent things that's happened there. And if you get a chance, if you're a creative writer, on all levels, from people that's interested in the entertainment industry to people that's been in it for years. So y'all got to come out for that, man. It's a fun time. Coming up in February 19th through the 22nd in Williamsburg, the Virginia Black Film Festival. Brian Thompson. He has been doing this. I think this is the third year. The first 2 years is at Hampton. This year it's going to be in Williamsburg. If you want tickets, go to the site, Virginia Black Film Festival. I'm a part of quite a few projects in there. It's Countdown to Love that was written by Terica Bell. Then you got Church Folk that was written by Ernest Smith's sister. That's in there. You got Saltville is in there that was written and directed by Gordy and James. That's in there. Snooze You Lose is in there. And that was of course directed by Mark Gallen. I'm involved in that as well. That's 4 out of 5 projects. I'm all through this. So that's Church Folk, Saltville, Countdown to Love, and Snooze You Lose. That's 4 out of 5 projects that I was involved in, and on different levels. Some of them I directed, helped direct, and other ones I played. A husband that I'm not going to even tell you which was which. I played a pastor or reverend, however you want to say. I played a pastor. I played a husband that was just oblivious to his spouse looking at other men. I played the best friend, and then in Church Folk I played a husband that was dealing with a troubled marriage. So you had Church Folk, Countdown to Love, Snooze You Lose, and Saltville. Those 4 projects is in there. and it's gonna be fun. And I'm gonna be able to see myself at this showing and that showing. No, it's just not all about me. I just plug myself. I had to. Of course, I have to. You know, it's my show. You got to plug yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't plug yourself, if you don't be great on purpose yourself, then listen, who else gonna do it? Because if you don't do it, then nobody will. You know what I mean? But get your tickets at VirginiaBlackFilmFestival.com and get your tickets. Listen, you gotta be a part of this, man. This is the third year. They got workshops. You got workshops with Bam. He's a stunt coordinator, and you get to do the stunts and stuff. He teaches you how to do that. He's a dope dude. You got panel discussions. You got it all right here, baby. You know what I'm saying? In Williamsburg, on the plantation. No, let me stop. No, make sure you get your tickets at VirginiaBlackFilmFestival.com. Get your tickets. You can get a weekend pass, and you get daily pass. You know, individuals. There's all that information is on the website. Now, I'm gonna talk about Find My Way Back. That's a stage play that I am directing, and it's written by Juanita Wynn. Not just Juanita Wynn, the Grammy Award winning Juanita Wynn. That was a tongue twister. The Grammy Award winning Juanita Wynn. She's the writer. All them W's. Find My Way Back. You see it there on right here. Yeah, right there. I get that right. I say that. Wait, let me see right here. If I scoot this way, yeah, like that. Oh yeah, there it is. Man, I can't get it. I tried to look in the monitor to try to get it, but Find My Way Back, the stage play, phenomenal cast, strong cast. Man, it's a dope play, very dope. I'm not saying that because I'm a part of it. It's just dope. She's a great writer. She's a great singer, apparently, because she's a Grammy Award winning. So once we get the details for this, there it is. I'm on it. Wait, right there. Once we get the details for this, I'm gonna bring it to you, and then we're gonna have some of the cast here. We're gonna pretty much have all over here, but not in one setting because this is 7, and this is not. We're gonna have to do it in a couple of sections, you know, like 2, 4, you know, multiply. And before I go, you know, we got to do the Ferg 5. I didn't mean do both. Ferg 5. Last time we reviewed, I watched him, which was not good. I'm sorry, Jamie. I mean, not Jamie. I'm sorry, Marlon. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It wasn't good. I don't understand why people say I'm sorry when it really wasn't good. It wasn't. I'm sorry. No, I keep saying I'm sorry. Stop being apologetic. I watched this series. It's called Unlocked. I got about 2 minutes. Unlocked is about a prison where they experiment the pod being open, and they can have to govern themselves. And it was very, very, very good. And I'm gonna give it a Ferg 5. A Ferg 5 because it's not a movie, but it's a series. It's real. And they govern themselves. And I'm on that watch season 1, phenomenal. So I'm about to watch season 2, and we can talk about season 2 next week. And the last thing, we got to talk about the Super Bowl. I got about less than 2 minutes. The Super Bowl, the Eagles versus the Patriots. Now I got to think about this carefully. You know, like I know this. You know, Belichick is now part of the Patriots anymore, and you know he just got snubbed for the Hall of Fame. I mean, I don't understand how it's not a race issue right there. It definitely ain't, because he clearly deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. Clearly, he got snubbed, and I think the Patriots is going to be Like, look, we gotta honor you and get this Super Bowl win, even though you're not our coach, even though Tom Brady's not on our team anymore, even though all that. I'm still gonna go with Seattle. I'm still going with Seattle. Y'all thought I was gonna say the Patriots? Nah, Seattle's my dog in this fight. Sam Darnold. They got a great defense. Everything is great with these guys. Listen, my time is over. I'm out. Y'all be safe. To be warm. Stay out of trouble. And be great on purpose. Be great on purpose. I don't know, my live went out due to an activity. That's crazy. But anyway, y'all have a great day, a great week. Until next time, y'all have a good one. Peace. Stay blessed.